Hey YouTube, LuckyNerfer back in with the new Nerf video. First off, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as last time, but it has been a week since last time, so it has been clean. Just in case one of you was wondering. Okay, I'm going to be showing you a blaster I worked on before. I'll give you a quick sneak peek of something from it before. A rainbow handle, wow, that's been on a lot of blasters. But if you look right here, the screws barely go in there. Is that a clue? Well, if you haven't guessed it, which you probably haven't, unless you look at the title, Sancho Panza. Finally finished mine up. I'll take the hopper off just so it's a little bit smaller. Speaking of small, the whole blaster's length from here to here is 2 feet long. So it's pretty small, but considering other ones, my other pump snap is 26 inches long, it really doesn't make that big of a difference, but you could make it smaller. This has 6 1/4 inches to draw it. You prime it by pushing it forward. And if you look right there, there's a good maybe inch or 3/4 of an inch. It used to be a little bit longer because I used a metal washer there, but now I replaced that with 1/4 inch polycarbonate. The goal of that was, if you know about this, is before you had a big bolt running through there, a metal washer, and then some nuts. With just 1/4 inch polycarbonate, it's a lot lighter and just as strong. So when you're pushing against it, yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't even know what to say about that now. Anyways, it's got a Maverick handle, which is made out of wood, so it's a very nice. Problem with this piece of wood was there's a giant knot right here, so it's not like even down by my pinky, but whatever, I guess. It's got a clothespin trigger, and then it's got a stop, which is really nice. The thing I noticed about this one at first was making it was like it was really hard to pull the trigger. Like you'd pull it and then you'd over pull it by a lot. Anyways, the best part about this being the forward pump action, which is kind of hard to do. Now it isn't so bad, but before it was really hard to do for some reason. So I added this T. This was the T thing that was on my hamp. It's 1.5 inch T. The only thing about that is it's not a perfect T. It like rounds around, which would be perfect for when you're pushing and pulling on the hamp. The thing with this though is from this point, it couldn't fit 1/2 inch PVC, so I had to cut around that whole part just so it could slide over. And then since it's 1/2 inch coupler, I've got thin walled right in there, so thin walled slides over the 1/4 inch. An awkward part about this gun is if you see this part does not line up with this. The slot is off. The slot was perfectly fine with the clothespin, but then I just put the handle on. The handle is off. Now the handle has some screws going into it, which, you know, if you know anything about this part is the plunger tube, which doesn't make sense, but they don't go in all the way, so it holds it enough to like be solid, along with some hot glue and this random like loop thing. I don't even know what I was doing there, but it kind of stabilizes it. And then these ones are solvent welded together, but this part can still come out. So if you look right there, that is the plunger head and stuff, and the seal is not that good. It was like kind of okay. I don't know really anything to say about this, except I think this was the very first one made after Daniel Beaver's. I made this with like in a day of his. I just never showed it or anything because it wasn't working, but I had like the whole thing you could fire and stuff. I don't really know about ranges because it's kind of cold outside and don't really want to test it, but hopper goes right here, fits over your shoulder or something. But since this is sideways like that, it almost feels more comfortable to prime it this way. I don't know, like a left-handed person. Who knows? Anyways, I just realized now that it is not that bad to hold it right here. It's definitely kind of awkward though. Overall, I was thinking about, once I made it, take it to a war and see if it's any use or not. But right now, since I fixed it up, it's kind of useful. But overall, I won't make one again. The difference in size isn't really worth it. It's a completely different way to prime, and it isn't as efficient with air, you know, going around. But if you want to make something that's a little bit more unique, I guess you could try this. That's all I guess for now. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.